Sir, namaste, sir. Srikanth. Srikanth, sir, namaste. Sir, namaste. Shukumar, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Good morning to all of you.
Sir, namaste. Namaste, sir.
Namaste, namaste, namaste. Namaste, Reddy garu.
Namaskaram, sir. Namaskaram. Srikanth, sir. Namaste.
Good morning, Srikanth. Srikanth, your microphone is muted. Srikanth, are you there? Srikanth. I think he is muted his microphone. Johnson, has Johnson joined? Srikanth, we are not able to hear. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. He has got some.
Sir, namaskara, sir.
Namaskara, namaskara. Good morning.
Namaskara, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Namaskara. Maybe Dr. Sudarshan Reddy garu, why don't you introduce your team before we start the program?
Can you hear me, Chowdary garu?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, Johnson is still not joined. I don't know whether I can.
Chowdary garu, just he's preparing 2-3 slides.
Just no giant, sir. Just no giant, sir.
Okay, great.
Good.
Hi, Johnson.
Good morning, Johnson.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I requested Dr. Sudarshan Reddy garu to introduce.
Sir, shall I
the team.
start, sir? Chowdary, sir,
Yeah.
shall I start?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, and dear participants, a very warm welcome to all of you to this insightful technical lecture series on global challenges and opportunities in Gen AI era, organized by Vidyashankar Technological University, VTU. AI, particularly generative AI, is a revolutionizing industries, research, and human interactions. While it presents tremendous opportunities, it also brings complex challenges that require thoughtful discussions and innovative solutions. Today's session will help us navigate this evolving landscape and explore how we can harness AI's potential responsibly and effectively. I would like to extend my sincere welcome to our Hon'ble Vice Chancellor, Professor Vidyashankar, sir. In absentia, sir will join. Sir is in another function. He will join within 5 minutes. Your dynamic leadership and relentless commitment to academia, academic excellence, and technological innovations have been instrumental in shaping VTU's vision. Your presence today reinforces the importance of AI-driven transformations in academia and industry. And we are truly grateful for your guidance, sir. I welcome you, sir, in absentia. It is my privilege to first extend a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed speaker, Dr. A Chowdary, founder of International Startup Foundation, Hyderabad. Dr. Chowdary, sir, is a visionary leader in the fields of technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. His vast experience and continuous contribution to the industry have played a crucial role in shaping technological advancements in our country. Sir, we are honored to have you with us today, and we are eagerly look forward to your valuable insights on the impact of generative AI in the modern world. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy garu, for the invitation.
I welcome Srikanth K.A., Global Managing Partner, EY. I welcome you, sir. Shortly,
Thank you.
Johnson Tellis sir is going to join. I welcome Johnson Tellis sir.
He's already joined.
CEO
He's already
of the
joined.
IN Unity. Sir, Johnson sir, I welcome you.
Thank you, sir.
Furthermore, I am pleased to welcome our respected registry evaluation, Dr. T.N. Srinivas sir, and I request him to preside over this online lecture. I welcome
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
I also extend a warm welcome to all the faculty members, researchers, industry professionals, and students who have joined us today. Your interest for learning and adapting emerging technologies is truly inspiring. A special and warm welcome to our students from 4th and 6th semester who have joined us today. You represent the next generation of innovators and technological leaders. The insights you gain from this session will be available in shaping your academic and professional journey. In this rapid evolving AI-driven world, we hope today's session will inspire you to explore the limitless possibilities of generative AI and its applications. Now, I request our T.N. Srinivas sir to speak few words and inaugurate this session.
Thank you so much, Sudarshan Reddy Garu. First of all, good morning to all the dignitaries present, and they have joined online. First of all, and definitely this is the order of the day for particularly the topic which has been selected for the students. The Vishwashraya Technological University itself is one of the biggest technological university in the country, where we have 220 engineering colleges. More than 4 lakh students are there across Karnataka. That is one of the privilege for us. And more than that, for the past 4 years, we are within 100 NIRF ranking university, number 1. Number 2, we're also on 22nd, one of the government universities among the latest NIRF ranking. And recently, we bagged 5 awards from the EDU, which has been Economic Times Awards, which has been recently we have received from the Pune under the leadership of Dr. S. Vidyashankar, very dynamic leadership. And it's again a record of announcing the results. We have been announcing the results for 80,000 students in just 2.5 hours. For the past 2-3 examinations of the final year, we have been announcing the results within the May, the last day. At the same time, within 2 hours from the last examination. Even recently, last week, we have released the first year results as well in 2 hours. This is the kind of the legacy what we have. And one of the highly reputed, the highest number of citations in the India, highest number of publication in India, any university is having. This is a privilege what we have. I am very fortunate to have such a wonderful speaker, Chowdary Garu from Hyderabad. So thank you so much for joining us and enlightening about the AI for all our stakeholders. We are very fortunate. Once again, I welcome on behalf of the VTU family. Sir, please over to sir. And thank you so much, Sudarshan Reddy, for the wonderful coordination and cooperation. Over to Sudarshan Reddy again, please.
Sir,
Johnson,
thank you very much.
Thank you, Johnson. Yeah, go over to Sudarshan Reddy.
Thank you, Srinivas sir, very much. And now it is my privilege to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. J. Chowdary sir, a visionary leader, technology mentor, and founder of the International Stand-Up Foundation, Hyderabad. Dr.
Thank
J.
you.
Sir is a distinguished leader in India's IT industry, recognized for his pivotal role in shaping the country's technological landscape. Born in 1955 in Andhra Pradesh, he began his career as a scientist at ISRO, contributing to the development of telemetry systems for satellites like Bhaskara and Aryabhatta. He later worked at BHEL, where he pioneered solutions for pollution monitoring and process control in power plants. Dr. Chowdary sir was instrumental in India's IT revolution, playing a key role in establishing software technological parks of India in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. These initiatives significantly boosted India's IT sector and global competitiveness. As an entrepreneur, he co-founded Portal Player, whose technology powered the first generation iPod, making a milestone in digital music innovation. Beyond technology, he actively participated social activities such as Anandpur Development Initiative Foundation and the Food 360 Foundation, focusing on community development. His contribution have been widely recognized with the prestigious awards, including the NRDC's Meritorious Invention Award and Excellence Award from HMA and HYSEA. With a career spanning in science, entrepreneurship, and social impact, A Chowdary stands as a transformative figure in India's technological progress. We are honored to have you with us today, sir. I now invite you to enlighten us with your expert insights on the challenges and opportunities in the Gen AI era. Sir, please, I hand over to Chowdary, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sudarshan Reddy Garu. And also I want to thank Dr. Srinivas. And at the outset, I would like to congratulate VTU to become one of the best universities in the country. The kind of whatever the ranking that you got from Government of India and various other institutions. I think you are setting up a role model among the government universities, I mean, in the country to showcase that what can be done as a government institution. In fact, though I studied at two government institutions, one SK University, Anantapur, and also IIT Madras, government universities have their own positives and also the negatives. Positives is, of course, they get a lot of funding, grants from various government programs and all that. But negatives is many times they're bogged down by a lot of procedures, rules, and all that this thing. But in spite of all that problems, some universities like VTU, they're exceedingly doing well, and they're trying to create an ecosystem for really nurturing the students to make sure that the students become globally successful, not just at the India scale. So with this, I once again thank the university for giving us the opportunity to talk about what are the challenges, what are the opportunities, particularly in this generative AI era. So I thought instead of doing a monologue, giving a bhashan, because I always believe that time is very, very critical to everybody. If you lose 1 day time, we can't get it back that 1 day in the entire life. Even if you use $1 million, I can always earn that $1 million. But the time is very, very critical, particularly during this generative AI times. Every minute, every second is so important. If you miss 1 day, that's going to be a great loss for many people, many startups, many product companies. In fact, the way Sudarshan Reddy Garu was introducing, one of our startups, Portal Player, though we have taken the company public NASDAQ, we started thinking of selling that company because we missed 1 quarter. We were supposed to release a new chipset for the MP3 players, and that quarter, for some delays of design issues or testing issues, for whatever reasons, we missed that 1 quarter. Because of that 1 quarter, this thing, our competition took advantage. They started taking away our business from Apple and other companies. That's when we realized that how important is time. Though our company was listed in NASDAQ and we had so many people in different continents, but still we were not able to go in that path because of the 1 quarter this thing. So time criticality is very, very important these days. That's the reason why we had to sell that company to NVIDIA Graphics, and I became the managing director for the country for NVIDIA. So even NVIDIA also, what I have noticed is the kind of R&D they used to give the importance. There's so many billions of dollars R&D they're pushing to get a new generation chipset, new generation firmware, all those things. I've seen the importance of the innovation and the new challenges in R&D. No wonder why NVIDIA is number one in the category of silicon chips, beating even companies like Intel, because the kind of R&D push they had. I myself, as the managing director, I noticed the kind of push that Jensen and the management team and NVIDIA, they were giving importance to the innovation and R&D. In today's dynamics, where things are changing almost on everyday basis, new products are coming from China, Europe, USA, and all that. So in this generative AI era, India and China, they are going to play an important role, though America is also playing. But for countries like India and China, we have a lot of complex and huge data sets, whether you take it in the healthcare or governance or education or agriculture and food processing, you take any area, we have so much of complex data. Take, for example, Karnataka itself. Just one state, Karnataka, if you only Karnataka government and the VTU together, you clean up the data, maybe nearby agriculture data or the hospital data or whatever the citizens' data, curate the data and create some AI models and train those AI models with that data. Then you can create a lot of startup companies and they may become unicorns because we have technologies available with us, we have the data access to us, and the way our Honorable Prime Minister is giving importance to the current generative AI era by providing all the GPU infrastructure and all that. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for youngsters in this generative AI era compared to countries like small countries like Japan or some of the European countries where they don't have that kind of a volume of data. Thanks to whatever happened, the digital transformation, India is the only country in the world, entire world, where 1.4 billion population, they're all digitally connected to through Aadhaar and India Stack and all that. The same thing they're trying to do now with the health stack. They're also trying to create that kind of a health infrastructure, a digital health infrastructure. That also is going to create a lot of opportunities for startups. So, what I thought, Sudarshan Reddy Garu and also Dr. Srinivas, I have my colleagues, particularly Dr. Srikanth, who was the managing partner for E&Y Global, and also he was the country head for DXC, and he was also with the Computer Associates. And right now, he is involved in defining the new standards in the AI era. He's part of the Singularity University, and he is the managing director and CEO for entire Southeast Asia for the Singularity University. And recently, he happened to be in Silicon Valley, where he attended a one international conference on AI and the abundance and the 10x and all those things. So I thought, it's better to understand from Srikanth what his experience attending that conference in Silicon Valley, and what is that we can gain out of that conference, and how is that we have to prepare our students, because as I told you, even if we miss a day, we'll be missing a big opportunity. That's how the whole environment is changing. So I request now Dr. Srikanth to give his short presentation. What is happening today, and how we have to prepare our students, our faculty, our university to take on the new challenges and see that we create rock stars. Whether generative AI or whatever the tsunami of technologies are happening, our students should become number one leaders by creating the startups or creating a global the professionals taking on the new challenges and all that. Now I request Dr. Srikanth to give a short presentation. Srikanth, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Chowdary Garu, thank you very much, and thanks for VTU, entire faculty and university professionals for inviting me. And as we discussed, AI is going to change the world, and we need to really embrace with all positive side of it rather than worrying about it and start doing nothing about it. So what I want to present is this Singularity University, world largest exponential thinking university, as well as disruptive technologies, including AI. As Chowdary Garu mentioned, I was in Los Angeles attending Abundance 360, where 360 global leaders who are pioneers in disruptive technology attended the conference and presented. So I'll share some of the very interesting observations which will help us to draft a strategy for Visvesvaraya Technical University. So before Johnson is just trying to put some slides together. So before Johnson getting into this slide, I want to cover two very interesting perspectives. One, what is the definition of singularity? I don't know how many of you know what is singularity. One of the meaning of singularity is where collective intelligence of 8.09 billion people, AI will beat them. That point is called a singularity. So Singularity University predicted in 2008 that the singularity will be achieved by 2030. That means the collective intelligence of human will be replaced by AI. But if you really look at the conference we attended, many speakers said that we already achieved, or we are achieving this year, 2025, 5 years ahead of what is the prediction of singularity to beat collective intelligence of human being. So that is very, very, very encouraging as well as scary. Then what it means to humanity, what it means to universities, what it means to countries, and what it means to enterprises is what we discussed. So Johnson, if you move to the next slide, there is an interesting concept called exponential thinking against linear thinking. Linear thinking is we will grow 10% every year or 5% every year and achieve what we want in future. For example, India will be superpower by 2040 if India GDP grow 13% year over year. That is linear. But in essence, it is not like that. Maybe after 3-4 years, another country, small country, may come and exponentially grow and beat India's predictions or China's predictions or US prediction or Japan and become number one. It is possible in today. So all of us think linear. How can we think exponentially? 10x is the construct of Singularity University. So to illustrate that very interesting concept, if you have a grain, that means a rice, you keep it in the first box of a chessboard. Then keep on doubling the rice when you move each boxes. And as you know, chess have 64 boxes. So when you hit the 64th boxes, how many grain you will have accumulated? But the research, if you really do that, by the time you reach 64th square, you would have accumulated 18 quintillions grains. Wow, that is what maybe 10 times of grains what world consumes today. So when you start your journey in the first box with one rice piece, second box 2, third 4, then fourth you get 8. You feel it is not possible, but when you reach the 64th, you might have accumulated 18 quintillion grains. So Johnson, if you go back in the first slide, I don't know how many of you know the chess was invented by an Indian and it's very popular today. The story goes like this. The person who invented chess want to recognized by a king. So king called him to his darbar and asked him, this is an excellent game, which is, I can practice strategy of war in the chessboard. So what is the gift you want from me? So this guy said, my lord, I want by you reach 6th or 8th box, you have to double the wealth and give to me in the 8th box as a gift to me. And the king said, that is very stupid things I will give you. But he never realized the computing effect, the quantum effect of moving wealth from one box to another box. And by the time he reached the 8th box, the king went bankrupt. You have to give everything to the person who invented chess. So that's a real story. I'll send you that article. So that illustrates the compounding power of innovation as the years goes. So Johnson, if you move this slide, what you see, the previous slide, it shows that our technology, previous slide, we already reached half of the chessboard. The first slide. The half of the chessboard we already reached. And that phenomena called the second half of the chessboard. The second half of the chessboard is we are today operating, where the exponential impact of AI in humanity, in enterprises and in society is far-reaching impact it is going to create. That's the concept called the second half of the chessboard. That means it has exponentially created value. And all of us know the concept of the computing power. As per Moore's law, it is doubling every 2 years. But with respect to AI, it already not only doubled, it has exponentially grown over the last several years, and it is going to grow in next 3-4 years exponentially. So that is what the next chart illustrates, how the second half of the chessboard impacting the entire humanity, enterprise, and the transformation today. The third slide, if you really go into, really talk about very interesting technology transformation happening today. And all of us feel generative AI is going to change the world. But in essence, it is not only generative AI. Along with generative AI, agenting AI is going to change the world. So a lot of discussion happened in the last 4 days in conference in California is not only on generative AI, but also on agenting AI. So today, every software who is coding, every software who is testing, every BPO person who doing transaction will be replaced by agents who will do similar activity like software engineer or a business process guy does. There was a presentation from Google CEO and CTO. Google is coming with a version in the next month, which 95% of coding today human being does can be done by Google. You don't require any. It is not only GitHub and ChatGPT kind of a combination. Google is rolling out a agenting AI, which will do 95% of coding what human does today. So Johnson, if you move in the next slide, I don't know, it's got struck or yeah, this slide. So all of us believe it is only generative AI. It is not true. Agenting AI is going to really transform the world and challenge the job opportunity in the coming days. But beyond agenting AI and generative AI, as the slide shows, what is happening in the world is there are few technologies going to change. One is called neural networks. As you see in the blue portion, the neural network is going to change the world in coming years. And none of us are focusing on neural networks. That is like mind internet. Earlier we used to write, then we used to type, then we have a voice recorder which will translate voice into text. Then later on, I can in a mind think certain things, it will come on the board, in the whiteboard. So as a faculty, I can stand and think whatever I think will come to the whiteboard and you can read it. So that is called mind internet. The neural network is going to really change the world. The next one is next gen cloud. And we are not really started cloud infrastructure capabilities with a lot of next generation technology, including DNA and a lot of other biotechnology coming. The next gen cloud will get reimagined. The next one is intelligent devices. We only heard about IoT. And IoT is actually old ways of connecting data from disparate mechanical, electrical, civil, biological devices. But next generation intelligent devices are going to come. Then autonomous mobility. And there was a speaker from a big autonomous vehicle company in US. And he was talking about how the autonomous mobility is going to change the world. And humanoid robotics is going to come and change the world in a very big way. And precision medicine. And another very, very important technology called multiomic technology. Multiomic technology is basically digital biology. The DNA, the CRISPR ability to read, code, edit DNAs, it is going to come very, very big way. So let us not get deceived only by generative AI. Let us not only focus on the agenting AI. We need to start thinking about neural networks, next-gen cloud, intelligent devices, autonomous mobility, humanoid robotics, precision medicine, and multiomic technologies, which is digital biology. So that is what this slide start about it. If you move to the next slide, next 5 minutes, I'll wrap up. Yeah, so this is another way of diagrammatically representing the biggest concept. What we discussed in California is not about AI. It is about converging technology, which is drive exponential growth. That was the title of the conference. Again, I'll repeat, converging technologies how it is create exponential 10x value for enterprise and society. So today, the convergence technology is going to be very big. And AI is going to accelerate convergence of technology. In this slide, it shows neural network as a big blue dot in the middle. Then you can see digital wallets, cryptocurrencies. There was a one-day session on cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, advanced battery technology, next-gen cloud, distributed energy generation, humanoid robotics, reusable rockets, programmable biology, that is digital biology, multiomic technologies, precision technologies, intelligent devices, 3D printing. All these are connected through, and who is connecting all these things is AI. So let us not only focus on generative AI or agenting AI. Let us really pay attention how the technology is converging today to create exponential growth. So move in the next slide. This is very, very interesting slide. I was, in fact, shocked by reading the concept in this slide. After 1 lakh years of economic stagnation, leading to first year of innovation in our 1000 AD, we had a growth of 1% GDP. The agricultural innovation and the dense population and labor specialization around agriculture doubled our GDP 1,500 years back to 0.3%. During 400 years through 1,900, annual GDP growth doubled again to 0.6%. The second industrial revolution, marked by electrification, that is invention of electricity, the automobile and telephony, our growth took into 3%, which is over the average in last 125 years. But the technological breakthrough, AI, autonomous mobility, humanoid robotics, and everything we discussed is going to drive the GDP growth into globally 7.3 in next 5 to 10 years. So for 0.1 pre-agriculture to agriculture 0.1 to 0.3 to 0.3 to 0.6 during 1,900 years. Through second industrial revolution, moved into 0.3. Now we are going to move into 7.3. We are going to double the growth of GDP. And this GDP growth will come from maybe 10 to 20 companies, and only 4 or 5 countries will participate in this. And hopefully India will be one of the countries will be participating in this through convergence of technology and exponential growth. So the last few concepts I want to narrate it. If you really look at what is the role of the industry and what is the role of education institution, this slide clearly shows the universities like MIT is the #1 in creating startups and unicorns, and followed by the University of California, that is 1.58, and Stanford University, and you look at all the Cornell and other universities why is contributing. So here, the role of technology university in building next generation unicorns and next generation multi-billion enterprises is phenomenal. So one of the things Johnson and Chowdary Garu and myself is working on is creating entrepreneurship in the universities using some of the concepts we discussed. So for that, what is required is exponential mindset. So I would narrate, there are 5 mindset all of us need to focus on, followed by skill set and tool set. In the era of stability, what is required is skill set. In the era of disruption, what is required is mindset. We are going through a large disruption and all our mindset need to be recalibrated. There are 5 mindset, I'll talk about it. I'll send you the literature to you after this session. In fact, Chowdary Garu reached out to me today morning. I'm traveling. So I just stopped my vehicle to really convey this message to all of you. The first mindset is abundance mindset. Moving from scarcity and fear. All of us are working on scarcity and fear. Will I get the job? Will I get resources? There is no opportunity for me when I pass out. So all our mind is fear and scarcity. How do you move from fear and scarcity to abundance mindset? We have abundance of opportunity, abundance of resources, abundance of customer needs. How do I operate in that abundance space is very, very important. Chowdary Garu and myself, along with Johnson, is working on how do you nurture abundant mindset among engineers, faculties, entrepreneurs, so that they are very successful and go behind this abundance. The second mindset is called the power of 9, or we call it as moonshot mindset. The power of 9 is equal to billion, isn't? We know that simple mathematical formula. 10 to the power of 9 is billion. So how do you really impact billion life is what we need to really focus on with the technology. And that is what ISF Foundation, InUnity, and SARPI Singularity University is going to collaborate in India to impact 10 to the power of 9, that is 1 billion minds, 1 billion lives. How do you impact in the next decade, so that we can be really go behind this exponential opportunity? So the 10 the power of 9 is the second mindset. Then the moonshot mindset is like JF Kennedy said, I want to put a man on the moon, but he never had an idea how he's going to do that. So whenever Chowdary Garu says that I want to impact 1 billion lives, I know his purpose and passion, but definitely it will happen like we put a man on the moon because of the right intention and the ecosystem he has. So that's the third mindset. And moonshot mindset is go for 1 or 2 thoughts. Every day, go waking up with that thoughts, go to bed with that thoughts. Midnight, you wake up with a dream on that thought. And that thought should drive the 10 billion minds transformation. So that is called moonshot thinking. And you have to stay with the 5 years, 10 years. It's not possible in 1 quarter or 2 quarters. So the moonshot mindset is one big idea, which will impact 10 billion lives, sorry, 1 billion lives. And it will take 5 to 10 years. It's not 1 quarter or 2 quarters. So that's the power of moonshot mindset. The next one is, we call it as the exponential mindset. Don't settle with a 10% improvement. Go for 10x. And 10x is a big mindset compared to 10% incremental to exponential. The last one, my favorite, is longevity mindset. So I did an exercise in California. I'll send you that very interesting exercise. It asks you, first one, I'm planning to stay 65 to 70 years. Then if you are in that, click your box. No, I'm planning to stay 95 to 100 years. That's the second box. The next box is I'm planning to alive till 120 years. But I clicked in the first box. But after listening to the Singularity University's construct of longevity, how do you live long? I moved into the third box. I want to live 120 years. That's a mindset. If that's a mindset, if you want to live 120 years, there are 6 other exercises you need to do it. Are you sleeping well? Are you taking nutrition? Are you really doing regular exercises? So if you have a toolkit, I'll send it to you. And you should really, all of us should really answer that tool set and say that, yes, I want to live 120 years. I want to live. Then you need to answer from 65 to 120. Earlier, I thought of living 65. 65 to 120, what I'm going to do? Am I going to touch 1 billion life? Answer is yes. So Chowdary Garu always says, you need to listen to his personal story at some point. Now he wants to live another 50 years. Now he's close 70, just crossed. So another 50 years he need to live. His one and only motto is to leave a legacy. And I'm very sure he wants to touch 1 billion life, and he will do it in next 50 years. So that is the longevity. Once you decide to live 120 years, you need to be very clear what for you live. What's the purpose of your life? Again, create personal wealth? No. To give back to society and make an impact. That is called longevity mindset. The last one mindset is so important, which is purposeful mindset. There are 2 dates important in your life. The day you born, we celebrate birthday. Second, the day you realize why I born in this earth. So that is a purpose. So this is the mindset which is driving the transformation today. My dear friends, we are living, or we are entering into future. The future is already there. It is not tomorrow. The future is already today. How do you really understand the exponential opportunity you have with not only with AI, generative AI? Don't settle there. Not only with the what you call it as agenting AI, which is the next avatar of generative AI. Don't settle there. Go behind the converging technologies we are talking. The technologies behind precision therapies, multi-omic technologies, smart contracts, the next gen cloud, and then energy, neural networks, cryptocurrency, all this converging technology is very important. So I'm very pleased to work with Chowdary Garu and Mr. Johnson to create the ecosystem in the education institutions for this mindset and go behind this converging technologies, not only AI. For that, we require a different mindset. That mindset is what we are going to focus on, apart from helping you with the technical infrastructure and capabilities and helping you to become entrepreneurs, helping to get the best jobs in the earth, which is yet to be invented when you pass out. Students of this year pass out in next 4 or 5 years. So that's what we want to really. I will send you all the material. Thank you very much, Chowdary Garu. And
Thank
I'll
you.
give it back to Chowdary Garu. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Srikanth. I want to thank you in spite of your busy schedule, though you are traveling. I don't know which city to which city you are driving, but in spite of that, you accepted my request and joined. Excellent presentation. Particularly, I like the convergence of technologies. So I think for this convergence of technologies, we need to converge. All of us have to converge together now. VTU University, maybe Dr. Srikanth organization, Johnson's organization, our International Startup Foundation, we should all converge
Yeah.
to take on these new challenges in the converging world. Then only our students who are going through the educational institutions, they can face the challenges of tomorrow. Because I keep telling everybody that we are entering into a new Kurukshetra war. The earlier Kurukshetra war was very easy. I have seen myself in the last 30 years. I mean, in the IT transformation, when I started from Bangalore, I was the founding director for the Software Technology Parks of India in Bangalore. I was the one who started the electronic city in Bangalore. From those days till today, we have created millions of jobs in India through the IT services and all that. Today, I'm really worried, Srikanth, the way things are changing dynamically. And already we have seen in US a lot of layoffs are happening. A recession is likely to hit United States. Then that's going to impact our India. And already I have seen in many companies in Hyderabad where they were thinking of having 10,000 people. Now they're only thinking of having 500 people. That what is going to happen to the rest of the students this year, including IITs? No campus hiring. Already, I mean, educational institutions are getting hit by the job losses because of the generative AI. So, in this dynamically changing scenario, and also the freelancing is becoming a order of the day. You yourself were mentioning, Srikanth, the students from Bangladesh, Pakistan, and those countries, they're able to get a lot of freelancing jobs. Though big companies are not there in those countries, this thing, but still the students from Dhaka University, from other universities, they're able to figure out how to get download the job, and they're able to compete for this freelancing jobs. So in this ever changing, dynamically changing at exponential rate, we have to really come out with a formula how we can really, I mean, make sure that the students who are going through our educational institutions, particularly universities like VTU, whatever happened earlier, the same formula cannot give us the results. Now we have to revisit what is that we need to do, how is that we have to bring exponential changes, disruptive changes, not only in the pedagogy and all those things. See that, I mean, our students who are going through the VTU university and associated engineering colleges and all that thing, every individual, they have to have a entrepreneurial mindset. Not that they have to start a startup company, but they need to have entrepreneurial mindset. That's the reason why we started this International Startup Foundation. We are promoting the startup culture in the country. With that startup culture in the country, they always look for what are the problems of the society. Every problem is going to be an opportunity for a startup company. So that is the journey that we are for the last 3.5 years. We have been working on that, but that alone cannot create so many jobs because we're a country of 1.4 billion people. If jobs are not going to be there, and that will create a problem for millions of families. So we need to figure out a new formula for creating the new job creation engine. And as Thomas Friedman, who has written a book on world is flat, today really world is flat. Even in a Timbuktu, a girl, a boy or a girl who are knowledgeable and who can download the work and create the opportunity for herself, for himself, and he's going to be, he or she is going to be competition to our kids. So earlier, going to Bangalore, going to Hyderabad, some companies to give a job, and all that situation is not going to be there. In the freelancing world, everybody is a consultant, is doing well, he will get a job. Otherwise, particularly now, many companies are telling me laying off is becoming a big problem legally for them. And people who are laid off, they're going to the courts and all that. So they are now seriously thinking why to have people on the roles and keep them on a consulting role in a freelancing world. So this is going to create a global competition for our students. Unless we are geared up to that kind of a global competition, then only our students will be able to meet up to the tomorrow's challenges and all that. I really congratulate VTU, and also, I mean, your proactiveness in reaching out to me. I don't think any universities in Andhra and Telangana were so persistent that I should talk to your students and faculty. I really congratulate the Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and Dr. Srinivas and other faculty members, because this is the need of the hour. We need to really rethink whatever we have done earlier. That formula is not going to work. We have to create a new formula to see that our boys and girls are going to be rock stars, and whatever changes are going to happen, our people are going to really exceed the expectations and grab those global opportunities. So I also want Johnson, he has done some experiment in one of your engineering colleges or under your university, Chowdary College. I myself visited that college. The kind of experimentation what they have done, bringing the innovation and R&D to one engineering college within few years, lot of startups they are able to bring it, and those startups are also doing extremely well. I want Johnson to talk about how he's able to conceive that idea, create that kind of a innovative and R&D culture in that small engineering college in one of the coastal Karnataka areas, and how that can be replicated in other engineering colleges under the Vidyashankar Technology University. Johnson, can you go ahead?
Before Johnson start, one conclusion I want to make it. What we are trying to do with ISF and Inunity and Singularity University is there are three streams we are going to work with universities. One is how do you create future jobs which does not exist, and how do you prepare students? So we identified around 75 jobs which is transforming into new jobs, and what are the skill set and competences required. Second one is entrepreneurship. How do you nurture entrepreneurship mindset among students and create unicorns from the universities? The third one is freelancing. We have designed a curriculum on freelancing. How do you teach your students in the second semester how to become freelancers, and help them to get credibility score in 100 freelancing platforms, so that they can start working as a student based on their appetite and become an what you call solopreneurs. Entrepreneurs or solopreneurs is freelancers. So that's what we are working on that. And Johnson will talk a little more about how Chowdary and Unity in collaboration with ISF and Singularity is going to drive that.
Thank you. Johnson, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Chowdary Garu, and also VTU for giving the opportunity. I'm sure that I've probably spoken on the similar note before, but I think the way we have put together this whole discussion about how the AI is transforming the world, and at the same time how this technology convergence along with the AI is accelerating the whole change. One of the things that is the need of the hour is for a lot of the students to have experiential experimentation and an environment where they're not being judged. Because end of the day, if they are too scared about what's happening around the world, they might miss the whole opportunity of this transformation. And as Chowdary Garu also mentioned, the whole flatness of the world that has happened with this advent of AI, it's a level playing field for all the students to kind of explore and be there where all the experts have taken probably 15, 20 years. So I don't want to take much time, but just from the context of creating the mindset, creating an environment for students to experiment, and at the same time, if an institution were to create, a complementary track for all the students to learn AI along with their curriculum, how could that be? I've just put some pictorial representation, probably, for the benefit of the audience. So if we were to start focusing on the whole journey for the students, it always starts from the mindset program. A lot of the students who come to the institution, they might have never done projects, or they might, especially students who are joining engineering or the professional courses, we are all attuned to preparing our exams, and we have always been very focused on cracking the competitive exams. So how do we bring the shift in mindset where students explore problem solving, critically think about various technologies that are available and how to approach a particular problem? How do you create certain things in an atmosphere where there are constraints, but how do you take that as an advantage to create something out of what you have? So, and the mindset aspects that Mr. Srikanth spoke about. So how do we bring all of those together and create this as the first platform for all the students to go through this program? So that's the mindset program that we are talking about. And then thereafter, a lot of students have their own aspirations. Like, what Srikanth also mentioned about, the two biggest things is one about when you were born, and the second is when you find your purpose. How do we nudge the students while they are growing through their, engineering days or from their degree days? How do we nudge them to find their true identity, true potential, and give them those areas for experimentation? So how do we create those vertical tracks, personalized education for them, is something that we should really experiment. And AI is going to help us identify those students, identify their traits, and also nudge them in the tracks that they find most convenient in. So probably, different kinds of assessment tools that we can bring in with the advent of AI can help us to segregate students under different tracks. There are students who are really passionate about freelancing. They could have a separate track, and complementary courses can be designed for that. Students who are aspirational of getting into large companies can also be doing their own tracks. Students who are interested specifically on entrepreneurship can focus on developing prototypes, minimum viable products when they get into their second and third year, and build products that have got global impact and start their own career as a startup entrepreneur or as a freelancer. Similarly, there are students who would say, I don't have that appetite right now, but definitely I would want to go through that process. But I would eventually want to get into entrepreneurs, but maybe right now I want to work under a startup, etc. So how do we guide them through the whole exercise and give them placements in startups where they can explore the whole entrepreneurial journey? And at the same time, there are students who would love to say, I don't want to go through the whole intense journey right now. I want to keep exploring. And how do we create a track for them? So in an existing environment, how do I create a platform for different kinds of students with different appetite, aptitude, and skills? How do we bring these circles of mindset, skill sets, and tool set all converging together to create different tracks for students that is more enriching for them? So that's something we should definitely try to explore. On top of that, we need to create an infrastructure, which is, again, hybrid in nature. Most of their digital tools today, we really don't have to create that expensive infrastructure today within the colleges, but there are access to all these tools, cloud infrastructure that is available. So how do we create and give the access to the students in a concept that we call it as venture studio, where students can do their gig work while they're in college, take some global impact challenges, solve some really aspirational problems, work with the best minds, either through mentoring processes that ISF brings in, or the best of the best students who are internationally available to. So how do we create a common platform? So those are some of the areas that we really need to experiment in VTU, so that VTU becomes a model college, and then we can replicate it in all the institutions that are affiliated to VTU. So that was just the thought process that I wanted to bring in, Jay Garu.
Thank you, Johnson. I think it's good that you mentioned that we had to make VTU as a model university in the country with a good proactive management supporting this cause, and see that month on month, if you're able to create a progress, because my request to Honorable Vice Chancellor and Honorable Registrar and all the other faculty members of VTU. I really want to thank you, but at the same time, I'll let me tell you my concerns. I've been visiting many universities, engineering colleges in Telangana, AP in particular, and also in some in Maharashtra. Uh, when they go there, particularly some of the private universities also, they are very they're good listeners. But afterwards, when I meet them after 6 months or so, what is that? They say, no, no, sir, because of this reason or other reason, we are not able to.
Sir, Chowdary Garu, 1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor. I would like to extend my sincere welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor S. Vidyashankar, sir. Your dynamic leadership and relentless commitment to academic excellence and technological innovation have been instrumental in shaping VTU's vision. Your presence today reinforces the importance of AI-driven transformations in academia and industry, and we are truly grateful for your guidance, sir. I welcome you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Garu, for
Thank you and welcome, sir.
joining this call. I was just mentioning my concerns, particularly in this era where a lot of disruptions are happening. Many billion-dollar companies are getting disrupted. The way things are happening in United States, people, even the federal jobs are going to be laid off. But whatever is happening, it is sending a signal to everybody, even people who have been working with federal government, who are citizens of US, they're left, right, center, they're asked to leave. And all the staffing companies in US are also very much worried. And many services companies, in fact, I used to tell we have been doing the techno coolie job in all this last 30 years, starting from Y2K opportunity to whatever happened till today. That techno coolie job work is going to be overtaken by all the generative AI, agentic devices and products and all that. I don't think our students will have access to those opportunities. The way the humanoid robots are coming from China, Japan, and other countries, I don't know where all the jobs are going to be. So it's next few years are going to be very, very, very critical and crucial, particularly country of our size with 1.4 billion population. As long as the job creation engine is going smoothly, there won't be any issues. All the 30 years, that's what as a founding director of the Software Technology Parks of India, I have seen when I studied in IIT Madras, there are no jobs. All my classmates have to leave the country and went to US and all. Though they did well in USA, but there were no jobs at that point of time. But thanks to the IT services industry, that able to create lakhs of jobs in every city, every town, and so many families got benefited and all that. But unfortunately, this new technology challenges which are eating away all the jobs. Everybody, I've been listening to all the podcasts from Satya Nadella or Sundar Pichai, and everybody talks about whether you like it or not, the agentic, the environment is going to take away many jobs, including doctors. Somebody was telling the dermatologists already in US, they are losing jobs. Radiologists already their future is gone. Even dermatologists are this thing. MD, people are asking, patients are asking, I don't want a physical doctor, I want a AI doctor to treat me, kind of a thing. They have come to that situation because AI doctor is doing a better job than doctor with the qualification, all that. I don't know whether chartered accountants will have a job or doctors will have a job or technology people will have a job, but there will be jobs in the generative AI era because of the India with our vast data sets. If only we are able to create the data sets available to our startups and also provide them right kind of environment, and our people, instead of looking for a jobs, our people can create a job creation engine, not only for the Indian students, even for the other students. That opportunity exists, provided we create an ecosystem to make that happen. So if VTU is interested, we'll be more than happy to create a VTU as a model university in the country, where some of the students of VTU, they are not going to compete with our own students in other IITs or other universities in India, but our VTU students should compete with students of Stanford and MIT, Georgia Tech, and those people. That is possible today, because we are in the level playing field. Whatever technology access is there for Stanford students or MIT students or other institutions, the same technological the infrastructure is there. They are also looking at YouTube videos. They are also looking at various this thing. All that is available, and in addition to that, we have data sets available, complex data sets of healthcare industry, complex data sets in agriculture, and our e-governance and our fintech data. Every citizen of India, they're all very well connected through Aadhaar, and so much of data is available within the country. I think generative AI is a great boon at this point of time for India because of the data sets. If only we clean the data sets properly and use our the ecosystem to our students and give them the problems, and they will be able to solve the local problems. And through that, not necessarily that they have to succeed in the entrepreneurial journey. That mindset of becoming an entrepreneur or thinking like an entrepreneur, I think that mindset is going to get them good jobs, and also some of them can create their own startups and all that, create opportunities for others. And opportunities are there. And Honorable Vice Chancellor Garu, if you're able to take the lead, we are there to support you. Now,
Chowdary
is in your court.
Chowdary, if you give me 2 minutes, I want to add one more
Sure.
thing. Then we'll. I attended the Abundance 360 conference. So one of the speaker is a very big entrepreneur. He runs X-Prize. So he told me he fainted down 1 month back, and he went to a doctor. They could not diagnose at all. Then he created an avatar, agenting avatar under Socrates' name, and he put all the data, medical data he had, to the agenting AI, and the agenting AI suggested that look like you have blood cancer, go and do a test on this. And he went and did it, and he found blood cancer. He said 8 doctors could not diagnose it. I went and created an agenting AI, given the data, it could diagnose it. So that's exactly what you're telling. The doctor's job also under threat today with the agenting AI coming in. So Honorable Vice Chancellor, I just showed 2 videos. One, ISF, Immunity and Singularity University coming together to create the infrastructure what education requires today. I'll show a small video of the conference I attended. Then we are hosting our first Singularity University for STEM students in August in Bangalore. I invite you as a chief guest along with the Chowdary Garu, and also address the students. We are expecting 1,000 students joining that Singularity University conference on future of AI and how it's impact society. And we are also expecting through metaverse broadcasting to another 1,000 students across India. So I'll show a small video.
That bolsters a belief in ever-increasing opportunity, an exponential mindset that reinforces billion-fold returns, a moonshot mindset empowering you to go 10x or 1,000% bigger, or perhaps most importantly, a longevity mindset, inspiring you to seek those extra decades of health span emerging during the next few years. This year, we begin our discussions on AI with the emergence of agents and virtual avatars entering our conversations. We'll cover the deployment of genius-level LLMs. Hi, I'm Gemini. And ponder the question, have we already achieved AGI? Next, we'll focus on converging exponential technologies, where we'll explore the coming humanoid robot revolution. What happens when 1 billion robots walk our streets, clean our homes, and power our factories? How will your life change as Google Wing powers a world of instant drone deliveries? And breakthroughs at the convergence of biotech and AI enable a future of high bandwidth brain-computer interfaces. We'll look at the emerging health span revolution as more than 500 teams compete to win the $101 million X-Prize Health Span. And new longevity therapeutics go from theory to practice, becoming available to our community. What will you do with 20 extra healthy years? Finally, we'll learn from some of the greatest moonshot entrepreneurs of our age about what it takes to disrupt and reinvent an entire industry and go from zero to billions in record time. These next 4 days offer an unprecedented chance for us to peer into the future, which is racing towards us at blinding speed. It is also, most importantly, the opportunity for you to connect with our Abundance 360 community, with your forum groups, and with the extraordinary exponential entrepreneurs working alongside you to uplift humanity. My goal is to give you the mindsets, tools, and connections to put your own massive transformative purpose into practice, to pursue your moonshot, and to go from success to significance. This is truly the most extraordinary time ever to be alive. Don't blink. Remember, the future is faster than you think. That bolsters a belief in ever-increasing.
Yeah, I think this Abundance 360 Peter Diamond speech, whatever you discussed, it is very summarized here. It's a mindset is going to change the way we look at jobs and how we create convergence technology opportunities. So we are doing a 2 days conference. We'll send you all the material. We are creating around 1,000 students stepping into exponential future. We can partner with the VTU in this. We can allocate certain seats for faculty and students to attend this conference in August 31st. It's happening in Bangalore. We'll send you entire slides where we are going to debate a lot of things, how Singularity, ISF, and Unity can transform. These are the speakers, potential speakers. You can see who's in industry coming from California and rest of the world to address the conference. So just I'll send you this. It's an amazing opportunity. I thought I'll mention that how we can partner to achieve the future, and future is already here. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Srikanth. Now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor and other faculty members of VTU. If there are any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. But I believe in action. I have seen, I keep telling this joke, Ayaram, Gayaram. So we go there, give lectures, and afterwards nothing is happening. So I don't want to waste your precious time. At the same time, we don't want to waste our precious time because time is running away. So if VTU is interested in action-oriented, month on month, under the chairmanship of the Vice Chancellor, if you are able to review what are the actions we wanted to complete within this 1 month, and whether they have been completed or not, and how to pass on to the next month. So with that kind of a target-oriented and mission-oriented approach, if you run through, within 6 months, you see what VTU and all your institutions under the VTU, how they can transform their education model and how they can transform the students. And that will be a big asset for the country itself. So now I request Honorable VC and other members to have any questions to interact with me or with Srikanth or Johnson. Please go ahead.
Sir,
Now
good morning to the Chowdary sir. I was not here to listen to your lecture because of one more function in the same campus where some FDP is being conducted with respect to the Atal Idea Lab, where coordinators and the co-coordinators from the different colleges across the country are participating here for this FDP program. Recently, ICT has come out with some allotment of 200 Idea Labs for the different colleges across the country for engineering colleges. Ours being the institute where we have been sanctioned with 4 crores per establishment type Idea Lab. They have tied up with us to train the teachers, those who have got the Idea Lab sanctioned newly in just 15 days back.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
Hearty congratulations.
Thank you. So in that program, I was there. Anyhow, now our Sudarshan Reddy has arranged this program. I'll ask him and I'll put one more person called Ajit Padhyay. There is a special officer called Ajit Padhyay who is taken for this AI purpose only for implementation of many programs connected to AI. I'll introduce him. He will have a discussion, thorough discussion with you. And as a part of that, Chowdary ji, we are really, truly honored to have with us today. Where at the beginning itself, I want to say sorry for I could not make it to a program. But my few words to this gathering is, it's my privilege to extend a warm welcome to all of you to this insightful session of the technical lecture series on global challenges and opportunities, the Gen AI era. As the Vice Chancellor of VTU, I take immense pride in fostering discussion that shape you have already discussed, the future of technology, research and innovation. Today we stand at a defining moment in technological university. Generative AI is rapidly reshaping industry, unlocking new possibilities in automation, decision-making and creative problem-solving. From revolutionizing healthcare and finance to transforming education and industrial processes, AI has become a key driver of progress. However, with this advancement comes a set of challenges, ethical concerns, data security, workforce transitions, and responsible AI governance, all of which require thoughtful exploration. As we navigate this era of AI-driven transformation, it is essential that we, as academicians, researchers, and industry leaders, come together to discuss, debate, and develop strategies to leverage AI's potential, responsibility, and ethically. At VTU, we remain committed to empowering our students, faculty, and research with the knowledge and skills needed to thrive in this fast evolving digital landscape. We are truly honored to have you with us today, sir, founder of International Startup Foundation, Hyderabad, as our distinguished speaker. With your vast experience in the field of technology, entrepreneurship, and AI-driven innovation, I am certain that today's session will definitely provide some insightful information to the students community as well as to the teacher community, those who are online. And definitely, as you have mentioned, even I too like a personality like A Chowdary with a time-bound operation. That is how even I too work in the university with a time-bound operation. That's why VTU could able to achieve something in the last few years because of time-bound operations. I want to say at this point of time that VTU has awarded with 5 awards by the recently held Economics Times Education EduTech conference, which was held on 6th March 2025 in Bombay, in Mumbai. We have been awarded with 6, and 1 award is Outstanding Tech Visionary Vice Chancellor.
Sir, you should get a global recognition, sir. Whatever is happening.
Definitely, Chowdary ji. I am going to introduce one person by name, Dr. Ajit Patyang, who is a special officer, who is an expertise in the quantum computing this thing. He is the right person to be in touch with you, and I will authorize him in front of you to go ahead and move fast, as you have mentioned. What is required, what is to be done in next 1 month from today, and
Yes.
what is the 2nd month, 3rd month. Even
Yes.
I do want to work like that. I'll always say, whatever we plan, we must plan for 15 days.
Correct. I think
The era is changing. The technology is changing everything. Whatever we plan, we have to plan for 15 days, not 15 years.
Yes.
I am also
Absolutely
a person
right.
of the same what you are having. So definitely, I definitely welcome you to be partnered with us in developing this AI technology, not only to the university, but also to the students of affiliated colleges. I thank you once again. Sir, I have a guest on this chair now. I'll ask my Ajit Padyan, Professor Ajit Padyan ji, to join this meeting, and he will start discussing whatever he gives the report. I will go ahead with that. I do believe in persons.
Yes.
Because all this load I alone cannot take. I have
Absolutely.
to depend on somebody else. And he is
Yes.
the right person, as I have seen. So that I will thank one and all for you also for having coming over online to give throw some light on students about generative AI and other things, not only to my university students, but to the students of all other affiliated colleges. 211 colleges, 12 colleges are there. Thank you once again, sir.
Sir, I have a small request before you leave. Request
Yeah.
is under your chairmanship, I request you to create a small team from VTU as well as myself, Srikanth and Johnson. That team we will start looking at what are the things to make it happen. And
Definitely.
every month you share and review what milestones have been created for this month and where the bottlenecks are there. If you start, clearing those bottlenecks, definitely we will be able to showcase this to the world, not just at the India scale. And definitely with your dynamic leadership, we will make it happen, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Whatever you say, we are ready to follow it and do it. And permit me to exit from this meeting as our chief guest is waiting for me for further discussion. The AICT advisor has come over here all the way from Delhi. I have some other meeting with him with regards to the internship program, internship platforms and other things. I'll hand over my chair to our special officer, Ajit Ji. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Sir, Chowdary sir, we will conclude this. We will, because students are watching. Students
Yeah.
are watching.
So let us hear from Ajit Ji because Honorable Vice Chancellor is interested.
No, sir. We will have another meeting because students are there in live. We will have another meeting. So if anything is you want to say, that we will conclude because here students are the main participants. We will have another meeting, sir.
That's fine. So in that case, you organize a core committee Zoom call separately so that we'll discuss what all we can do, how we can do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if you are with your permission, I will conclude this session.
Go ahead.
Please, sir.
Hello, sir.
As we come to the conclusion of this enriching session, I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude. First, a special thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor S. Vidyashankar, sir, for his continuous guidance and encouragement. A heartfelt thank to our esteemed speaker, Dr. J. A. Chowdary, sir, for sharing his expertise and valuable insights with us. Also to Srikanth K. sir, who is traveling and given a very nice lecture through online mode. Thank you, Srikanth, sir, also. And also my special thanks to Johnson Telly, sir, also. We also extend our gratitude, Dr. T.N. Srinivas, sir, Registry Evaluation, for his gracious presence and support. And last but not least, a big thank to all the faculty members, researchers, and students from 4th and 6th semesters for their participation. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chowdary Garu. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chowdary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.